Say that you was up and put that on YouTube. Why you always rapping about it? That you do? Why you always rapping about it? That you do? Hey, if it's up like that, it's up like that. If it's up like that, it's up like that.
Sometimes my feelings are sometimes I can't even give it a try.
Sometimes I keep it inside, but still I cry. Still
It's week 5 of the National Football League, and we've got Pat Surtain, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Chargers and the Broncos, next on Madden NFL 24.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the L.A. Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Herbert going to go to the air right away. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good start. 1 play, 10 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
But Charles, we've seen some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played, when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Now, during that run, an injury here
We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. It's Eckler again. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
On 2nd down now, it's Barnes. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they have certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. First carry now for Jaleel McLaughlin. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. They'll run on 1st down. Barnes. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now Wilson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Once more, here's Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. A give, Eckler running to the right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and give it instead to Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he's stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this will stay a 4-point game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Barnes. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
More from L.A. in a moment. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they... And he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now Herbert following the turnover. That's caught. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos.
So after that sequence, if we're watching both teams' defenses, didn't it feel like a revolving door? One's on, they think they're off for a while. The other has to come on, they think they're on for a while. Then they're off. Here comes the other one. Just kept turning the ball over. They've got to cut that out.
Denver's offense now set to go. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them.
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Off the play fake, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. The LA defense. Snuffing coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
LA set to take over again on offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the give, this is Eckler. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Herbert on 1st down now. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
It's a room to maneuver. Still going. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And a long run there in the end to top it off. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Davis now to return it. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to speed things up here. From the gun, Herbert on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. Fights through and now a crease. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. To the air again, Herbert. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Here's Herbert now on second down. He dumps it to Eckler underneath and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. More from L.A. in a moment. Back to throw here, Herbert. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point safely through, and the lead is up to 15 now. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told.
And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Barnes. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 37. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's the Colts who have the lead in that one. Josh Downs, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we head east to Detroit to check on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Kirk Cousins, terrific in the victory as his guys up their mark to 4-1 now. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington Commanders at home at FedEx Field. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. It was Austin Eckler who was the star of that first half. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go. These 2 teams running through their final adjustments before they head back out of the tunnel. And for the call of the second half, let's go back to SoFi Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right.
right, Coach. Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson gets rid of it quickly, and that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. On the slant, this is Chark. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Barnes. And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go. Barnes. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then execute it.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Herbert now. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, 2nd guy in, tackle the ball.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. In motion goes Patrick. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD. That's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angle for him and then shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Herbert off the bootleg. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Up the middle with Eckler. And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got his man. It's Williams. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
What a methodical drive. This is turning out to be that time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the option, here's Eckler. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. And he bats it away and it falls down incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And down inside the 15 he goes. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down. On 1st down, Shipley. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Eckler now between the tackles. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive is eating up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Gotta tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. C.J. Ham from 3 yards out. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. In motion goes Patrick. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Patrick. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 18. 23 yards the pickup there. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. There's Wilson to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 40-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Here's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Holding offense.
And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Again, Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
There for the stop defensively, Nick Bonito. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. Had a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
But the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Greg Dulcich, 63 yards. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. Here in the 4th quarter, defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing, but at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Shipley. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline. What to do next? On 3rd down, Shipley, and he'll get nothing out of that one. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Charger first down. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for LA, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation.